if you just pull that down a little bit more,
No.
it's a zipper. See, it comes
No.
down.
See, but it also goes up.
But that's boring. Oh,
hi everybody.
hey everybody.
Well, we discussed my
You have to
cleavage.
remind me when we're live.
Yeah. Okay.
We had a small wardrobe malfunction. Apparently, we still do.
No, he wanted.
Shayla Black does not want to.
He wanted me to have a wardrobe malfunction.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Happy Wicked Wednesday, everyone.
And we're live. Shayla Black, can we just talk about who you are and who I am?
I was going to do that.
A lot of people here tonight. Your chicanery is already kicking us off.
It's
throwing us off script.
Chicanery.
You gotta let the teleprompter catch up. We just can't keep up.
We just can't do all that.
We can't keep up.
Hi, everyone.
I have a strict agenda. Banter is like 30 seconds, and you move right into
you've
things.
now gone into 2 minutes, and there's a move
out
job.
Of the move.
Hi, I'm Shayla Black, and this is.
What do you do, Shayla Black?
Oh, I apparently write books. No, I will be formal tonight.
Yes.
How's that? I am New York Times and USA Today best-selling author of almost 100 books.
Are
Shayla
you a
Black.
Shelling author, Shayla Black? Yes, exactly.
Are you done?
No, I'm not. By the way, I am.
He's rude and obnoxious, and I'm going to talk over him now.
Yeah, I haven't been rode in a while. But I am William Black. The
rude and obnoxious.
If you know the Wizard of Oz, the guy behind the curtain, making it work. Yes, exactly.
You need another move job
making
for that.
It work. I gotta turn this thing on over here. Keep talking.
Oh, okay. So I guess he's hot. He's sitting next to me, so you know what I can say. Shoo. It actually is getting really warm here, you guys.
Problem is
almost May, and we're starting to feel it.
The problem is Spanx for men are very, very gripping and unforgiving. So,
oh no, not that you own any.
There's like an inferno going on underneath this shirt.
Look at that.
What?
Look at that.
What am I looking at? Oh, and baby just
pulled up. She
she's
hauled
gonna
ass.
So we teased
you can see her car just pulled up.
So again, Shayla and William Black, we teased you guys. Baby Black is going to be joining us, but here in just a little bit. She's just getting off work, so she's got to freshen a little bit.
Yeah,
and then she'll join us.
Yes, and we've got a few things to share with you before she does. I wish we'd have covered a couple before she got here, but
I'm shared out already. We already had a tough 5 minutes. I'm only good for 5 minutes, and I need a nap.
Oh,
so I don't know.
That's not the way I remember
a nap
it,
and a cigarette. So
okay.
Hey, no smoking, kids. Don't smoke. Don't smoke.
Hi, Susan. Welcome, and I'm sure Mallory will be happy to hear
there
that
she is.
Hey, baby. That you are on the second read of her book. That is exciting.
Take your time. We got this. All right.
Hi, Brenda. We have missed you too, but you look like you've been busy doing fun things.
Brenda
mostly
Rudell,
fun things.
So
it's good to see you.
My tricky friend.
Hey, Nikki Ann. Always good to see you, my friend. What is happening? Hi, Tracy. Hi, Star.
I love seeing everybody talking back and forth before we get on. It's so awesome.
Hi, Jan. What is going on with y'all? Hi, Christine. And Maya, you're back again this week. Yay. Happy to have you. Hi, Amanda. You missed it last week because you had to work. Yeah, I get you. I do.
Amanda, thank you for your order. I saw your order come in.
Yes, we did.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Louise. Hey, Kelly. It is probably, and we're going to have a discussion about that because we're digging a little bit more and things are making us go.
I was worried. That's why I kept saying we need to be moving over to some other channels.
Yep.
And Meta just did exactly what I expected them to do.
Like that.
Right in the,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep. Hi, Virginia. How are you? I'm so sorry to hear about your mom, Amanda.
I'm so sorry, honey.
Please keep us posted. She is definitely in our hearts and our thoughts, and I hope all goes well.
Get it out of there. That's the key.
For sure. For sure. Let's see. What else do we have going on?
Louise tops it right. Yeah. What's happening on the Facebook page, right? You're going to get the skinny. Trust me. I tried to do a decent job in the beauties when I posted something, but there's so much to share on that.
Well, and we had it's
so much disappointment.
Found out.
Because I tried. I'll tell you guys in a minute.
Hi, Ruth. Hi, Laura. Hey, Janine. Good to see all of you all. Hey, Tabitha.
Kelly Wolford.
And there's my friend Eve. How are you? And Dana, good to see you. Hey.
Is that Eva Candris?
It is.
That's the Eva Candris?
It is the Eva Candris.
Awesome. We're going to see Eva Candris and a bunch of folks.
And a bunch
really
of folks,
soon.
Yeah, next week, right?
Yes.
Isn't that right?
In, next
weekend.
At the Bray.
Yes.
If we make it. We should make it.
We should make it. Hey, Laura. Good to see you too. Hey, Dawn and Ames. I hope you're feeling well. Or better. I'm sorry to hear that you've been in bed and not feeling well. That's no good and no fun. Let's see. How is everybody doing? That was a Slytherin move.
Jan, even the goodness of Gryffindor needs a reward every once in a while.
Is boobs the reward? Is that what you're saying?
If you just put a little bit of special time on the calendar,
okay,
I'll make sure I'm there. Okay. Just hold still. Stop squirming.
I haven't had time to sleep.
Well, know what's important, okay?
Okay.
Know what's important.
Do you guys hear this? Really?
We can sleep after. Trust me. There'll be lots of sleep after.
Oh, hi, Regina. Hi, Darlene. Hey, Fong.
Hello.
How are you?
Stacia.
Good to see you guys. Hey, Allison and Beverly. Beverly, there you go.
Hello,
you
Beverly.
wore your Team Black shirt yesterday.
Beverly.
Yay!
Oh, can I get it to go off?
Hi, Lakeisha. No, it hasn't been doing it lately. I don't know.
You know what? I found out. I think they control it, not us.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Brenda.
I read your t-shirt.
Not exactly.
We are inclusive here at ShaylaBlack.com, and but I don't own one of those shirts. I'll say that.
Yeah, exactly, Maya. Strict agenda, my behind. Exactly.
Maya, it's a strict agenda. No. I am a stickler for that.
No, not true.
Where's my ruler? And I'll show you exactly how stickler I am. Okay.
There you go.
Assume the position.
Oh, that's not happening.
Assume the position.
That's not happening. Let's see.
Here, I'll drop my octave.
Okay.
Assume the position.
Oh, Kelly. Hi, how are you?
Cool down now. Cool down. That's
hey, right. Loretta. You know what? There is some truth to that, Loretta.
She's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Honey, it's a slow death. It's a slow death. She's going after me now.
Just saying.
It's a slow death.
I'm just saying. Hey, Teresa. Death. Good to see you.
Hello, Teresa.
Good to see you. Hey, Wendy. Happy you're here tonight. Lisa. Guess who's back home? Yay! Hi, Melissa.
Lisa, I saw your PM. I haven't had a chance to read through it all yet, but I'll respond to you, sweetie.
Oh, look at you. You have great hair tonight, William.
Kelly, thank you. I worked
diligently,
like a dog on this hair, tonight.
Okay.
But thank you.
For reals. Hi, Jennifer. I saw your pictures, girl. Be careful.
What is she doing? What'd she do? Oh, she fell.
Yes.
Jennifer, I saw.
Be careful, young lady.
Jen, I'm so sorry. Oh.
I saw that and I was like, my heart dropped for you, honestly.
I saw that and I'm like, it had to hurt initially, but it had to hurt even worse as she's just trying to recover.
Yeah.
I feel so far.
Right.
Bad for you.
Hi, Jennifer. How are you doing? And Jana, YouTube is weird. Sometimes, yeah. Hi, Judith. And Diane, Robin. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining. Hey, Vicky. Hi, Kim.
Susan forwarded the email to some of her friends to join tonight.
Oh,
so thank you, Susan.
That's fantastic.
That's sweet.
We will
aim to entertain.
Yes.
Is that right?
Or something.
Or something like that.
I don't even know. But we started the broadcast with him trying to look down my shirt. So probably.
Okay. Some might say that's toxic, but we've been married long enough. I think she just laughs. And
I do. Says, now I just laugh.
She says, just go back to your room, honey. Just go back to your room. I believe it's time for your bedtime.
Oh, my God.
Take your Metamucil and go to bed. Okay, I'll do that.
Hey, Cindy. Yes, it is 8 p.m. already here in Central Time Zone. I know it's after 9 on the East Coast and just after 6 on the West Coast. And somebody here can drop me if you're here from the UK or Europe or Australia or New Zealand. Tell me what time it is for you, because I lose track of all of that. Let's see.
What did I do now?
No, is it Gen Z that says thumbs up emoji is actually flipping the bird because I toss them on everything? I don't know. My Gen Z doesn't say that.
From what I hear, every gesture now is offensive. So
everything. Never mind.
Oh, here you go. Double.
That's right. Well, and or like our Vault Tech person. Yeah.
How do you get the balloons to go?
I don't know. Well, it used to be this, but they hadn't been working today, so I don't know that either. Jennifer says the fall on the escalator wasn't her best moment.
Oh, you sweet.
That looked terrifying.
Oh, you poor thing.
It looked terrifying. Like literally, my heart stopped for you because I'm going to tell you a quick story before baby comes and sits down and joins me.
Why don't you pop this thing up? I worked hard on this today.
Oh, okay. Well, you should do that then.
Oh, see, you got to scroll it.
Oh, well, then scroll it. I know nothing.
There we go.
I just do the things.
Okay. There we go.
Woo, look at that.
Look at that. Look at us advertise.
Look at us. So the other day I was coming down the stairs and I don't usually do it wearing socks. And we took all the carpet off the stairs and put hardwood stairs in.
We got brand new stairs.
They're beautiful.
And they're beautiful.
But they're more slippery.
Wasn't paying attention.
No, I was paying attention. You weren't even looking at me.
I was upstairs working.
Exactly. I, however, was coming down with my hands full, and I don't usually wear socks on the stairs. He always complains how slippery the stairs are, but he's more likely to be wearing socks because as he gets older, his little feeties get cold.
Get cold.
Oh,
I'm a little guy. Come on. Just not so little. But anyway, keep going.
So anyway, sure enough, about 2 steps down, my feet fall out from under me, and I land right on my butt, and I go all the way down the stairs.
The first flight of stairs.
Yeah, we have like T stairs, so it's like a half a flight
down
of stairs.
Down to a platform, basically.
So I fell, and I went all the way down the stairs on my butt. He comes flying, like, what is happening? And I'm like,
how am I going to get this next book out? I don't know.
And at this point, I'm just like, okay, my shoulder hurts. Like, I'm getting up, and I'm taking inventory. It wasn't as bad as I thought.
Go get some tea.
And then I literally was like, thinking I'm going to be black and blue and 20 shades of purple tomorrow.
All I could imagine
I don't have a single bruise.
All I could imagine was hip replacement surgery. That's all I could think of. And the Lord was looking down on you.
Oh, I know.
Because you didn't hurt yourself, and you could have hurt yourself.
And I was talking to somebody else today who was telling me that when she fell down her stairs at home, she did the somersaulting kind and then hit her head on a like umbrella and coat rack thing that they used to have in front of the front door. And the stairs dumped out in front of the front door, and she hit her head and got this giant goose egg and needed stitches. And then at the hospital, everybody was like trying to separate from her husband and then going, do you feel safe? And she was like, oh God, no. He didn't do this. I did this.
It sucks to get older. I'm just saying, because I could take a fall down the stairs and I've slipped before or done something stupid, but now you can't afford to do those things.
I know. As you get older, I used to laugh at stuff like that because I'm not usually clumsy. So when I would have a clumsy moment, I would be like, I'm not clumsy. Okay. I don't fall.
Okay. No, you don't fall. You don't fall.
I don't.
You don't fall.
But now it's, I used to laugh, and now I'm like, oh, that could actually get scary because if I broke something, that would be bad.
I still say we get the chair hooked up there. We just take the chair up and down.
No.
Huge shout out, Virginia. I saw Friday is her 33rd wedding anniversary.
Oh, congrats.
Awesome for you, Virginia. Congrats.
You're just a few months ahead of us.
Congrats.
Let's see. Jennifer says that her book sleeves arrived today, and they are absolutely yay.
And Jen's going to post pictures too. So thank you,
God.
Jennifer. Thank you,
Jennifer. They are beautiful. I have one of the effing Read book sleeve left, which is upstairs, and I didn't think to bring them downstairs. And I only have 2 left of the Love Equation ones. I have more in order, but it will take a couple weeks. So if you want one, grab it now. I can't tell you how long it will be.
Trying to think which one to lead off with, the Facebook issue or Jennifer? My Jennifer.
No, that's a good question. Facebook first.
Okay. So those of you you saw my note in the book Beauties. Normally we use a streaming service called StreamYard, and they're fantastic. But they allow me to go live to 3 different locations at one time with the package that I pay for. And we chose to do the Facebook Book Beauties, Shayla's fan page, and of course YouTube to try to get to as many people in the platforms that they desire to view us on. Well, you guys remember that the book Beauties, we've always had an issue with showing names and you had to opt in. It
was a pain.
Facebook, and this is not from StreamYard, this is Facebook's restrictions.
Right.
Facebook didn't allow a lot of functionality into groups. So we just kind of worked through that. We kept going. Well, apparently effective 2 days ago, and I did not know this until I tried to set up tonight's stream, Facebook groups no longer allowed third-party apps like our StreamYard. So I can no longer stream live via my service provider to the group. I could go live in the Beauties just with my phone or something, it'd be fine. But that's not what we want to do. So what we decided to do tonight was we're going to YouTube Live, we're going to our Shayla's Normal fan page live, and we're going to go and stream directly to her profile page. So if you're Shayla's friend at Shayla Black, whatever it is, on Facebook.
No, it's just Shayla Black.
Shayla Black.
I'm easy there.
You're seeing us live.
That's right. And maybe for the first time, some of you may not have been aware, we do this every Wednesday night at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
But I'm telling you right now,
I think it's like 2 a.m. GMT.
Meta's not playing nicely.
Nope.
And I am more and more, you've heard us talk about YouTube. I think it's a better experience on YouTube. So you're going to see us talk more about YouTube than we are about Facebook.
And I know you guys,
just glad you guys are here.
I know it's harder to comment and see each other's comments on YouTube. We know that it's not perfect. YouTube is really meant for, pre-recorded videos rather than live. And I don't understand why. I think that's deeply unfortunate.
I think folks can see other people's comments in YouTube.
They can't comment on them as easily.
Right. You can't reply to them.
Right. Hi, Denise.
That would be a nice functionality if they added that in there.
Let's see.
But you still have Facebook options, so go for that.
True. Jana asked me a question. Oh, here we go. What if I pre-ordered the book sleeve for Book Bonanza? It'll be in time for Book Bonanza.
Oh, we've already
I've already placed another order. I just don't.
Good, Jana.
Yeah, you'll be great.
And I'll be sending invoices out for that for Book Bonanza probably in the next next week or two.
Correct.
Probably next 2 weeks after we get back from Columbus.
Yeah, that Kelly, you can't interact as easily. I know that. We wish there was a better system, but Facebook being Facebook is going to do whatever it is they want to do. So unfortunately, that is out of our control.
Hey, Joanne.
So if you haven't, hey, Joanne.
Nancy.
And Victoria, good to see you. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube and you want the reminder when we go live, that's probably the easiest way to do it. I do remind everybody in the newsletter every Wednesday as well.
Just click subscribe and what do you call it?
I know you want to say it,
and you just smash that like button.
Ring the bell. Oh, hey, Jenna, how are you?
Jenna Wood.
Jenna, my lovely friend. In return, it is good to see you,
nice
girl.
to see you, sweetheart.
I haven't seen you in a while. I hope all is well. I'm sorry that I missed you last month. I know it was not a happy occasion, but I'm sorry that we missed you.
We were unfortunately away. But
yes. And as Susan says, hit that like button. You've watched as much YouTube as I have.
Hit that. I never want to be that guy, but I sound like I'm that guy.
You totally. You totally.
I don't know.
Yes, absolutely. Let's do it soon, Jenna.
So just to let you guys know, Facebook Book Beauties is still there, and we're still going to interact with it. That's Shayla's the most important group that we have, and we're going to continue to maintain it. We just can't go live to it. So
yep. So that's that. There are going to be different sort of some people have reached out to me through the week when I talked about Ream last week. For those of you who aren't here, I will be launching a Ream Stories page next month. And there's going to be different interaction opportunities. The beauties aren't going away. The lives aren't going away. None of that changes. We're going to add different opportunities for community than we have now.
So can you explain what Ream is to a lot of the folks that have joined? Ream Stories.
Ream Stories is the kind of Patreon of the author world, if you will. So I didn't love some of Patreon's terms and conditions. I was a little concerned about who would own what if I put stuff out there, and the way they can kind of just take you down for almost anything. They don't always love spicy things over there. They seem to have, I've heard some things that don't make me happy.
Deep, dark, and sexual is what you're saying?
Something, yes, but I don't like the way that they always handle such things. So Ream Stories it is. You can find me. It's just I think it's reamstories.com/Shayla Black.
Just search for Shayla Black, and all you gotta do is just click to notify me.
There's nothing to do right now.
It'll ask you for an email address or something, but to sign up. But it's just to notify you when something happens. There's no commitment to anything.
So yeah, and I will be putting some things out there. I'll be serializing a few things for Grins and Giggles. I'll explain it all as I get closer. I haven't actually sat down and come up with all the things yet, but I know a few things that I really want to do. So that will be, and my number one goal there is the community, honestly, that Facebook should have allowed us, and they're not. So the algorithm, these sort of video changes, like all of these things just contribute. They come between us, and I'm kind of heartily sick and tired of it. So I'm hoping that you guys are happy to join me over there. We're going to do some polls. We're just going to have fun. Who's up for fun? Because that's kind of like my bag right now.
I'm sending you the link now.
Okay.
To put, if someone was asking about that.
Okay.
So are you in my text?
Teresa, it's not an app per se. I don't even know if there is an app. Right now it's a website. They may have an app.
I don't know if there is.
Yeah, I have a meeting with him tomorrow.
That's what it looks like on the website.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys can see that easily. Yeah, there you go. You should be able to see that.
Let me see if this will.
And that's, if you go to that link there that she's putting in, this will take you there. And all you gotta do is click follow, and then you'll get notifications.
Oh, Brenda says there is an app. Okay.
Oh, well, cool, Brenda. I didn't know that.
Hey, Nicole. So there you go. You just go and follow.
Oh, Nicole, Renee says they don't have one. So I don't know.
Okay.
We're meeting with the CEO.
You know what? I take this back. So I think it depends on your platform, because somebody told me that there is an Android, but not an iOS app yet, which I think is interesting.
Yeah. Christine says there's an app for Android.
Hi, Connie. Welcome in.
We're meeting with the CEO of Ream tomorrow, and then we will ask the question about an iOS app. Cool.
Yeah. We need to ask about that for sure. So yeah. Hi, Kathy. Hey, Laura. I see some of you guys sneaking in a little late. That's cool. Welcome in. So
you teased the Ream stories in the newsletter again, just kind of reminding folks to follow.
So just go follow.
More coming soon. We're targeting the middle of May for a launch. So excuse me. So we're excited putting everything together, and then once we do launch, we'll share that with you guys, like we did the new Shayla store.
There will be,
and do a virtual walkthrough.
There will be free content, and then of course there will be paid content. And I'm still working all of that stuff out, but some of you expressed interest in actually seeing me as I'm writing something, in the process of writing it. So that's something I'm looking forward to launching, and we can talk about it. It'll be kind of fun for me too, you guys, because I've said before, like, it's one of the hardest things in the world is to be writing a book and then not to be able to talk about it for like months before it comes out, like it gets edited and you guys get it. And so now I'm going to have somebody to talk to.
That'll be cool.
I'm very excited.
And we teased last week, my sister was coming into town.
Yes.
And she came in what day? Friday?
Friday.
Yeah, Friday. And it was a very quick weekend with my sister, a torrential downpour of 5 inches of rain on Saturday.
It was stupid.
But we spent Saturday and Sunday with my sister house hunting. She's moving to Texas, and her timeline is definitely
this summer
kicked up. So she really wants to make it happen sooner rather than later. We found some great new construction just west of us. Yeah. So I think that's where she's targeting. So we're excited. We sent her home on Monday, and she is going to finish her stuff up in Pennsylvania, and hopefully we'll see her, fingers crossed, the next couple of months. So that'll be awesome.
We are excited. She's excited. It's going to be a good change, I think. And we're excited to have family closer.
And shout out to my niece, Avery, who's probably not watching right now because she's on the road to California.
She's moving.
So proud of her. Young lady got her nursing degree, BS degree, nursing. And she's been working in Pennsylvania, saving her money. She just graduated last year, I think.
Yeah.
She's been saving her money the whole time. But she's also an actress, and she has been in a number of TV and production of movies, and she's moving to California.
Yep.
What a perfect opportunity for her. Young lady did it all right, got her degree. She's going out there, is going to be able to support herself as a nurse and actually be where you can do the actual auditions
and
for larger opportunities.
You guys, she's so smart and she's so sweet and she really just has it all together. And we're really proud of her and we wish her well.
And safe drive to Avery.
Yes.
I know she's she's
a
very capable young lady. We wanted her to stop by here and stay a few days, but
it would have been way out of her way.
She'd have to dip way south to get down here, and that would really put a delay in her.
So Christine, that's kind of a good equation, I think. Somewhat like Naughty Storytime. If you did the Dark, Dangerous, and Vengeful Kickstarter, which we are now, except for Naughty Storytime, done delivering, that's probably the best equivalent, where we wrote a bonus story based on the polls that you all in Naughty Storytime filled out. We round robin wrote about a 11,000 word story, right. And everybody in that group is now voting on which epilogue they like the best, and then it will get disseminated to everybody who was involved in Dark, Dangerous, and Vengeful, and we're excited.
Awesome.
So that's
awesome.
That's pretty much everything, I think.
So I saw comments about the Wicked and Ruthless cover.
Yes.
So thank you for that, Dana. I didn't work hard
on it. And Brenda too. Thank you.
Everybody else did.
Thank you. We are very excited. That is actually the first book. If you join the Ream, and once we get it all sorted and situated, if you want to come participate, that will actually be with the Write With Me. Yep. That will be the first book that we will be writing with me. I'm not as far into the book as I would like to be. So
you can't let Ream slow you down. Just say, everybody jump on my back. Here we go. Okay.
And we're going to do the thing. We're going to do it, and we'll hold hands, and you guys can.
No, Shayla, that word's misspelled. I don't care. Keep going. Keep going.
And you guys can tell me whether it sucks or not, and we'll just keep going. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Hi, Jessa. Welcome in.
Hey, Jessa.
So in the meantime, I think it's time for you to vacate your seat.
Is the stand-in here?
She is not the stand-in. She is our very special guest, damn it.
I don't see our special guest. Is she in the green room?
Special guest!
Put down the nachos and get in here.
It was cereal.
Oh, okay. It was cereal. Okay.
She quickly came in after work and had a bowl of cereal.
Well, as we teased in the opening, Baby Black's going to join us today. She had a release recently. She's not had an opportunity to go live with us, and she wanted to. Honey, there were a lot of great comments in here about your book. Susan's already on the second read. She's loving it. So you ready to?
So you guys have to understand, Baby, she is at the end of her 40-hour work week. She works 4 10s. So this is the last 10-hour shift, 4 days in a row. This child has been up late every night this week. She is probably super tired, but
she's been looking forward to this.
She is,
because she misses all of you.
She got the things to say.
I was going through some mental self-flagellation.
So I'll just shut up now.
Yes.
And I'll exit stage right.
Thank you.
And then you can step in here. Oh, and another thing. No kidding. All right.
No.
It's stage left.
All right. Tag me out. All right. Tag in.
That's right.
Technically, it's stage left. I'm entering on stage right.
So let's see. Miss Eve said she loved the book.
Thank you all very much for liking this book.
Wait, for those of you who don't know, this is my daughter.
My name is Mallory Black. Welcome. It's lovely to meet you all.
Or
see you all again, depending.
Her,
yes.
But just for the record, I'm the nicer version.
It's true. I will 100% admit that. There you go. Christine says she loved the book and the series is fantastic. So yay.
No, I have to admit, this book was one of the more difficult ones just because it took a very different turn. There were a lot of things going on in my life.
Yes.
Both emotionally, medically, physically. It was very, I will say I'm not going to blame all of it on that. I tried my best to make this the best book it can be, despite all the odds. And I know I had pushed the release of this book twice, and it's something I really didn't want to do. And I'm honestly not very proud of it.
If you've been here for a while, we had, we had a death in the family. We had medical issues. We had had all kinds of stuff going on, you know, and more than we even shared. There was a lot happening over the winter. So I'm so proud of her for getting it done in the first place. It was down to the wire, and we still then had some technical snafus.
It was touch and go.
But for those of you who have been waiting for the print book, did Dad upload it? Do you know?
I don't know. I had to talk with him.
Okay, well, I think he did.
But if it's not, in the meantime, I will get that up soon. But in the meantime, I have another book 4, coming out next year, 2025, in April. I don't know the exact day because I can't
maybe
remember
sooner,
off the top of my
depending.
head. Maybe sooner. Who knows? It is called How to Play the Player.
So I think right now, I know it's up at the Shayla store if you would like to pre-order there. Mm-hmm. You will be the first people to get the book. I don't know if it's the pre-orders wide up everybody. Like, I don't even know what's going on with my stuff.
Dad had told me this morning
that
he had uploaded everything last night.
For the new book?
For the new book, yes.
Okay, that was news to me. Okay. See, we don't. I haven't had a chance to talk to her. She comes home at like 8:30 at night, and we're like, "Hi, eat your dinner. Bye. I'm going to bed." Like, we haven't seen her in like 4 days.
You know, hardly. It really brings me back to times at band camp.
It does, exactly.
There were lots of that.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So Nikki Ann has a question for you.
I would say the job at first was interesting, a little nerve-wracking, but I've really enjoyed it. I really like the people. They're really nice people. I have a story to tell about. It was a story. It's a story that traumatized me, and I hope, and it's made me humble. Last week, exactly a week ago, I was. I like wearing jewelry, and one of the things I love wearing are rings, and and I went to the bathroom close to the end of my shift, and one of the things I like to do when I wash my hands is I take off my ring so I can wash my hands, and then I usually put the ring back on. Well, I took the ring off, and then I forgot to pick it up on the counter, and it took me 2 hours as I was heading home to realize that I didn't have it anymore. I U-turned back to my office. I hauled ass to see if I could find it. Couldn't find it.
Everybody was gone.
I panicked. I got a hold of my manager, and he, from that point on, had been so dedicated to find this ring. Because I had told him, it was this ring actually, y'all. This was my grandmother's.
My mother-in-law.
Yeah. And she, and this ring was, it was given to her by my grandfather, and he likes to buy her things, and this was definitely one of them. And so I was crushed when I had lost it, and I'm not proud of it. I have a terrible habit of losing rings. Better yet, I have a terrible habit of losing things in general. She can attest to that. So anyway, flash forward to today, and my manager and a good friend of mine who works with me had been very diligent in asking around and posting all over
the internal communications
on this ring. And finally today, it was right before lunchtime, my manager came up to me and he told me they had found a ring. Like, someone had come up and had given me a ring. And so, not me a ring, but like they found one. So they're like, go over to the HR and see if it's your ring, just to confirm it. And I'm like, I all but ran. All but ran.
Yes.
And I almost cried. And then I went into the HR office, and there it was.
Did they ask you to describe it first, or
no?
Oh, I'm surprised.
Because I had already described it.
Okay.
And so the minute I saw it, I went, oh, my ring! I was like, oh my God! And
there it is.
And I talked with the HR guy for a while. He's a really nice guy. He was telling me he was a jeweler before he
in a past life. Yeah.
In a past life. So, he was telling me, I took one look at this ring and was like, this thing is so expensive. He's like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was Cartier. And I went, what?
But it was not. So
but it
I'm
was
just
not,
glad
so.
you got it back. That's the most important thing.
But I was so happy.
But how nice that somebody finally brought it back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was talking with my work bestie
later
on, and she was telling me, I was like, did she have brown hair, blonde hair, black hair, something? And she's like, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she was one of the coders. So I was like, oh my gosh, it was one of the coders.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, good. That's all I know about her, but I wish I could thank her.
Yeah. Let's see. Jenna has a question.
How many books are planned in the How To series? Well, I have an idea for, Jenna, anything's possible. I'm very looking forward to this one coming up.
At least 5. She's got people in her head. We've had this conversation through at least 5, and then we'll see.
No problem.
Like sometimes I have to say, sometimes what happens in a series when you're writing along is more people appear than you thought, and then you're like, oh, well, okay, I guess we'll just make a bigger party and it's fine. And then sometimes you're writing in a series and then people don't show up and you're like, what is with you? Like, I know people, bring people. Where are the people? This party needs to expand. Yep. You can't always know what's going to happen. It's crazy, It's crazy. Let's see. Thank you guys for ordering your print copies from the store. They are coming, I promise. They are. What? It's one time at band camp. It's true. And we have seen all those movies, so she knows that reference. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Regina. That's incredibly sweet. We feel so bad. We want to deliver when we said we were going to, but sometimes, honestly, you guys, life just happens.
And not everything goes according to plan.
Right.
We certainly wish it would.
Yeah. Oh, everybody
does. Make our lives
right?
a whole bunch easier.
But thank you, Lisa. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yes, we are delighted to have this back. It was one of my mother-in-law's favorite pieces of jewelry. So we are so happy. And she texted me when she got it back and she was like, I'm never taking it off again.
You know what? I'll do you one better. I am never wearing rings again in the office.
Yeah.
Never again.
What are you going to do when you get married?
Well, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a big, thick chain.
Okay.
And I'm going to, like one of those necklace chains, and I'm going to wear it as a necklace. So,
No, that would fall off.
No, it would not.
I've seen it fall off.
Only if you take it off.
No, the necklace, the clasps will sometimes break. What you need to do is maybe just get a plain band to wear at the office.
Or one of those like rubber bands.
There you go.
Like like one of those like squishy rubber.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So Jan said, I did exactly the same thing one time. Panic, left a note in the ladies' room, and the person who found it returned it to me. People can be wonderful.
Oh,
that's fantastic.
I never thought to leave a note, but
yeah, Maya says it's so pretty. I would have been heartbroken if I'd lost something like 2. Glad it was found. Yes, thank you, Maya. That's very sweet.
Thank you, Maya.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, Lauren. Yeah, it was just not fun, and it was. I'm so glad they returned it. So yay. We appreciate you guys understanding. So that's been sort of our week has been, Shayla falling down the stairs on her butt, baby losing, a ring and finding it, and then house hunting in absolutely torrential rain, which was so crazy pants.
I made the mistake of wearing 2 long sweats that day.
Yeah, so every puddle we went through was fun.
Everything from my feet to like my shins were
wet. Just wet. I don't have a date yet, Kim, but I have an announcement coming probably this summer. I know it seems like it's been a long time. A lot to juggle between Jenna and me, and like we keep trying to bump calendars. We have tried 3 times to get together face to face to plot, and something has fallen through every time. And it's not her fault. It's not my fault. It's just life keeps happening. She has 2 family members in the hospital right now. I'm not going to say more than that. It's not, my family story, but I just talked to her today. There's just a lot happening, you guys. And it's just, it's unfortunate. That's all I can say. It's not that we have forgotten or we've lost enthusiasm or we don't want to do it. We just had to be realistic. It's such a big book. It takes such a long time to write, and neither one of us can seem to catch a break, honestly, long enough to focus on it. And it's frustrating. So let's see. I know, though, that some of you, Fong, I'm looking at you, and some other people had a much more challenging week. And I don't want to delve too deep into the fiasco that was the con that nobody can stop talking about. But I honestly,
it was all over TikTok.
It was everywhere. And it was odd to me that the first places that it was, showing up was on Threads. And I'm like, listen, I purposely didn't get Threads. I don't need another social media platform right now. So I was like, somebody please come post this someplace else so I can figure out what's happening. And what I've been reading is just, wow. If I was hearing, some of these grumbles and negativity from one or two people, it's kind of the thing where I would go, well, people have different experiences and you never know what somebody's expectation is. And, I try to give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but the absolute avalanche of what sounds like horrible behavior that nobody's taking responsibility for is shocking. And so I do know some other event coordinators and planners who are now struggling because in the wake of this, people are wanting to pull out of everything. And it's really unfair to them. There are some people who do amazing events. They've done them year after year after year, and they've never had these kinds of problems. They know what to do. They know how to do it. And they would never in a million years think of doing some of the things that had happened. But listen, I have been at an event. I was at an event one time and I was in the middle of the room. The event was technically over. I still had about 20 people in line, and they came in and literally the hotel started breaking my table down with all my stuff on it because they're like, well, we need this room for the next event. I felt so horrible. They literally chased everyone out of my line, and I felt so horrible. So when it's happened subsequent times after that, I've literally just gotten up and said to people, I'm going to take my stuff and I'm going to go in the foyer, hallway, restaurant, like pick a place.
Whatever.
Like I will show up and I will sign until we are done, because that is the most ridiculous and rude behavior on the part of the hotel. Like, we've paid to be there. We've paid you for that room to sign books, and you telling me that that's not on your schedule, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. That's not the reader's problem. That is a you problem. And I can't, like, you guys have done so much. There's no way, like, I know I would never be where I am without you all. And I would never in a billion years think, oh, well, I've been here 3 hours. It's time for me to blow this taco stand and I'm getting out. Like, if you were in line, that's too bad for you. Ever. I had one signing where I signed for 8 hours, literally 8 hours with one break. And I walked around the corner and I kept signing because there were still people waiting. And that's why I'm there. And I don't understand some of this behavior that I'm hearing and seeing. It's mind-blowingly awful. And I'm so sorry for some of you who have gone through this. I can't even imagine. I just can't. Yeah. And I think that's what is troubling me so much more. It's just... it's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. And I don't want to name names and point fingers because that's not why I'm here. I just, I'm going to tell you, and I know, I know there are some people in this business who get their feelings hurt a little too easily. And I know I have pulled out of an event before and been told that I would never be invited back or whatever. And that has happened to me with this event. So I guess, it is what it is. I don't know that there will be an event next year. So that'll be interesting, which I'm sure she's already signed the hotel agreement because you have to do those pretty far in advance. Yikes. Yeah, it's not good. Mm-hmm. Someone said, jumping from 800. I heard the number was about 3,000 this year. And there's just no way.
I read it went from 1,300 to 3,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was something they weren't expecting.
It was the bed and breakfast mentioned in The Pleasure of the President, the Sunshine Coast. Yes. Yes, it was. Good catching the Easter egg. Well, yeah, I'm glad that you might be one of the few people who hasn't heard this because holy crap, it's everywhere. What's this? Some of the most popular authors' story about pre-orders was astounding. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I have heard stories of authors now mailing pre-orders to people out of their own pocket because the readers were chased out of the room before or weren't allowed into the room before they could go get their pre-orders. It's just astonishing.
One rule we always follow as a family. Rule number 1, never engage the crazy.
Yeah, well, some of that was crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. That was hard to avoid, but to just watch it all was
if I had been there, I think I just would have stood there, jaw dropped, and been like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Readers couldn't get into the signing, and you paid for a ticket. I heard it's just. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the fact that the security wasn't there for the evening events and they were being crashed by other people. Exactly, Nikki. And I thought so much of Kitty and some of the other people that I know run amazing events. And I'm like, and I have actually seen event organizers all week having to defend themselves for something they didn't even do and saying people are bailing left and right. It's so horrible that the damage that's been done to the trust, with respect to events. I'm sad. I'm really, really sad.
I can't imagine what vendors go through. It must be very difficult to run something like that where you have to multitask.
Yeah.
And that is a trial in and of itself.
Yeah. Well, and I'm really, really shocked. And I heard the story of, somebody in the hotel flipping the lights off and on. That's a safety hazard. All it would take is for one person to trip or fall, break something, hurt themselves. And I still am not 100% convinced that there won't be some lawsuits at some point. It's, well, and it was some of that was the hotel and the hotel, in my situation, that was 100% the hotel, because the first thing I did once I left that signing room and I went to find a place to, some of the people who still wanted their stuff signed. After I did that, I went and hunted down that event organizer and I was like, you need to tell me who at this hotel I need to yell at, because how dare you? How dare you? Some of those people had stood in line for 2 hours. It would have taken another 10 or 15 minutes that you couldn't spare. Are you kidding me? Oh, I was lit. I was furious. She wouldn't even give me a name. I was so furious. And she was like, I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. And I was like, that is not okay. That was not okay. And I actually still ended up finding the event manager at the hotel and laid into them. I was so furious. And whoever was flipping the lights, especially, and taking things off of people's table, I heard people's personal property was broken. A reader had handmade something for an author and it broke because the hotel was too impatient to get her out of the room. I'm like, nope. Nope. Yeah, it's not the fans' fault. It is never the fans' fault. That is just ridiculous. The only time I will say that I've seen bad behavior, and you guys know this, was people breaking into a signing room to steal stuff. And I don't even know if that was people coming to that conference. It could have been people in the hotel. That's the unfortunate thing about having it at a hotel, right? You don't know who's in the hotel. Just saying. Like, what's this? It's multiple situations. Someone with diabetes and low blood sugar had to sit down for a moment and she got told, oh my gosh. Holy cow. Oh, I'm telling you. I love book signings too. They're so exciting, but oh my gosh.
Most of the time they're fantastic experiences. And then you get crap like that.
Yep. Wow. Well, good luck with that business. I'm just saying.
It's going to be a rough 4 years.
It has been 3 already. I think she has
1 more year.
Oh, isn't even listed on the website anymore. Well, I think the writing's on the wall with that one. They don't have anybody left who wants to come. So on either as an author or a reader, like some of you who were there, would you go back? I don't think, as an author, I know some people who were like, they had put in their application to come next year and they've already pulled out. They're like, yep, nope, don't, not doing it. So this is why events, and it's sad because most events are really awesome. There's the occasional, and I mean occasional, but I have to be honest, I don't know that I've heard, and this is a new word and I'm making up right now, I don't know that I've heard this much shit showery out of one event ever. Honestly, I've heard little things here and there, but holy moly, this sounds bad.
This was a lot.
It sounds like a lot. Hey, Lainey, good to see you. How is the weather in South Korea, my friend? Let's see. Yeah, I have heard so much of this. So what's this, Stacia? That and the con had pre-orders for some authors that knew nothing about. Yeah. I have heard that there was talk of a sexual assault, and that's terrifying. That is terrifying. And if that's true, oh my gosh. And, and I feel sorry for that reader on multiple levels, because obviously something horrible happened to her. But then now you have a whole community of people poking around, wanting to know about this terrible thing that happened to you because they're terrified it could happen to them. And, there's going to have to be depositions. And what did the hotel do? And what did the organizers do? Like, it's just, wow. Just so much. Kelly, I know, because I've been to a reader, and let me tell you about my very first ever book signing experience, because it was awful. I went to a small bookstore when I was about this age. Actually, I think I was even younger. And I wanted to meet an author who shall remain nameless because she is a giant name now. And I was, all through college, I had this series of books that she had written, and I loved them so much. And I heard that she was going to be at this little new and used bookstore signing books. And I came in with my dog-eared paperbacks, and I was so excited to meet her. And she looked at me like, you're not going to buy a new book? And I was like, I just got out of college. Like, I'm dead broke, but like, I've passed these around my family and everybody loved them too. Instead of being happy that I was trying to find her readers. And yes, now I understand that my love of her dog-eared used books didn't make her a dang dime. In that moment, if she had been less awful to me, I would have continued to read her. But she looked at me like I had stepped on her foot and slapped her across the face. She reluctantly signed my books. And then she was like, next time you see me, I hope you can buy something. She literally said that to me. And after that, I didn't go to a signing for probably 10 years, maybe more. It was so hurtful and so embarrassing. I mean, I literally had been out of college 10 minutes. I didn't have a job yet. I had just moved to another state. I was just like, this is awful. And so I know how it feels on the reader end to have somebody, when you're so excited and you drove out of your way or you traveled or whatever, you rounded up these books, like you're excited. And I know how that feels. And I would never want anybody to feel that way. It sucked. So The husband of the host said that groping and assaults weren't as bad as people will make. Oh, that is never something you say. Wow. That is never something you say. And I know, Stacia, not to mention the non-existent swag or swag bags. I know people who spent a lot of money and not only to pay to be in the bags, but to send. They had the swag printed. They had it mailed with the best of intentions, and it never reached you guys. So I would love to know what that disconnect is, and I'm sure I am not alone. So I don't want to diss on any one person because we don't know exactly who and what, but there's a pattern and it doesn't look great. So yeah. Oh my gosh, I heard they put Asha merchandise in unlocked janitor's closets and it was stolen. Wow. You know what, Ames, though, mostly they're so much fun, like the gatherings and the right? The gatherings and the parties, and like people are happy, and it's so sad.
I remember a lot of the fun ones. I was too young to
interact.
You were. So I could see the setup. I could never watch it.
There were some that they would be like 18 and over, 21 and over.
Yeah, I remember the one where you and two other authors were in corsets.
Yes.
I was like, I want to join. Look at you had all these games, and one of them was like lay on the floor, and I don't know.
You were young.
I was I think I was about,
well, that would have been in
2012? No, I think it was 2011.
2011 or 2012.
I was in middle school.
I know, yeah.
So you could wait. Yeah, I was probably barely 14, so
yeah,
a lot of fun parties I could not attend because
you were too young, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard more than one person express that same sentiment, Fong. The smaller ones are better. Honestly, I'm doing some smaller ones this year, and it's honestly another reason that I'm bringing back virtual signing for 2025. I picked a date. You guys will hear about it soon. It's off in the distance, but I honestly kind of feel like I know not everybody can attend a signing. And when we started it in 2020 doing virtual signing, for obvious reasons, there were no conferences having at all. So we were kind of like, we should come up with something, right? To kind of combat the fact that we can't all get together and we can't sign books and we can't, do all the fun things and, just chit chat the way we used to. So, and then I got away from it, and now I'm like kind of motivated to bring it back. I understand that I'm traveling less, and I used to be, you guys, at an event every 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks for a long time.
Ever see you.
Yeah. And I can't do that anymore. So yeah. Let's see. I saw a post for Bray that they're commenting about respecting everyone. They said there is going to be about 800 people. Yeah. And they're really on it. Everybody's going to have to be really on it. I mean, that's sad and unfortunate, but it is what it is. They have to take a step back and make it smaller. And I think they wanted to be like the big event because, when RT went away, and now that Book Bonanza is ending, there really isn't one event that you could say, ooh, like that's the event of the year.
It's like the event.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It seems as though a lot of events probably in 2025 will be a lot smaller than we're used to.
Maybe. The problem is so many of those hotel agreements get signed years in advance, so you have to.
It's hard to change with the times when you're already obligated.
Yep, you have a certain block of rooms and a certain amount of food and a certain amount of booze and like all of that. So it's hard. It's really, really hard. Bray is going to be your first signing and you're getting a little freaked out. No, it's going to be fine. Most events are awesome. They know how to run them. This is not Joanne's first year running Bray. It's not Kitty's first year running Romanticon. I mean, most of the people out there running events know what they're doing. Like I attended an event last year that wasn't perfect. There were some great things about it. It wasn't perfect. They knew that the hotel was a little bit of a problem. And as it turned out, it was a little bit of a problem, but they were roped into it for another year. There's only so much you can do. It was unfortunate that there was some idiot running around the parking garage, bashing people's windows in for, no good reason and stealing stuff other than, obviously to steal stuff. So, they can't know in advance that that's going to happen. The hotel should have been better prepared for that kind of thing, but you can't know that some moron's going to go around with a baseball bat and try to bash people's windows in. Oh my gosh. The officers questioned the victim in the lobby. Wow. That's a lot. It's a lot of humanity. It's true. Now I have been to these super big events. You have too. They don't always feel that crowded because usually the hotels are big and it's spread out.
I would say last year Book Bonanza it felt really big because there were just a lot of people.
There is.
And there were more, and come to find out there were more people than they're used to.
Yeah.
I would say I remember Florida. It was that convention at the DoubleTree.
Right.
Every year.
Every year.
What was it called? It's called something else now, but
yeah, well, no, it's not around anymore.
No,
I know the one you mean.
I remember one of the last years we went to go get set up, and there was a huge line that was that started right at the entrance of the event.
Oh, that was
all the way to outside.
Yeah, and they wouldn't let them in the hotel, but it was June in Florida, and people were passing out outside.
It was not organized well.
Yeah, well, that was
actually had a good time.
That was actually not them. That was the fire marshal, and the hotel wouldn't let all the people in because otherwise the lobby would have been overrun.
It would have been considered a safety hazard.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And Stacey, you've been to a bunch. I know Fong, you and Teresa, and Maggie. All you guys have been to a ton. They're usually really good. It's just.
What was the one?
Sometimes
we went to. I remember going to RWA in New York in 2015.
Yeah, that was at the Marriott Marquis there in Midtown. I hate that hotel so much, but that's a personal thing. I hate their elevators; they're slow.
I got lost at one point.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's a huge hotel. You like the smaller ones like Hard Rock. You're going to Vegas and Branson. I will see you in Branson. That's one of those things that Williams always wanted to do. So we're going to Branson. Oh, poor baby, you're tired.
Guys. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought I could keep it together.
Well, hey, Jean, what was the taboo author trouble? That I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Would love to go to another signing. Went 20 plus years ago in San Francisco. And as I understand it, most of those events that used to be in San Francisco have moved out to like San Jose or someplace else because of some of the troubles in the city and the hotels not wanting to necessarily play ball all the time. So it's hard, you guys. It's really hard.
I would say just to your comment.
This?
Yes.
Okay.
It really wasn't until last year.
Last
year was the year for some horror stories.
And that was mostly people pushing and breaking into the signing room overnight to steal stuff because they didn't get a pre-order on what they wanted, or somebody told them something was valuable. We still don't even know if they were readers at the event or just people who broke into the event because they're like, look, cool.
And supposedly this, I heard around the grapevine, there were some people who just didn't know event etiquette.
Yeah, well, and unfortunately, when you have long lines and it's hot and there's pushing and shoving,
there's only so many bathrooms.
Well, and people who are mobility challenged or trying to get through really narrow spaces. It's like an event I went to year before last where, and I went to this event and some of you saw me there. I'm running around with a broken toe and I can barely get around. And I couldn't get down my aisle to walk straight out the door to go to the bathroom. They wanted me to step over boxes or walk completely around the room. And I was like, I'm not doing that. You're gonna fix this. This is a fire hazard, by the way. You've blocked off the end of every single aisle to shove more vendors in this tiny spot. Like, this isn't, nope, I'm not doing it.
No.
So lots of crazy, and some of it is live and learn. Like, I get it. When it's a first event, you don't know what you're doing necessarily. You can take all the advice, but like, I can remember, events in years past where they had a floor plan and it made sense, and the hotel blessed it, and the previous fire marshal blessed it, and then the new fire marshal came in the day of and was like, nope, you can't do any of this. Like, some of those things do get beyond your control. And that event organizer was in tears all day because it screwed everybody and they were mad at her, but there was nothing she could do. She told the fire marshal that it had been blessed previously, and he was like, well, that guy's gone and I'm the new guy and this is how it's going to be. So it kind of sucks, just saying. Let's see.
I would, okay.
Nope.
No. I honestly didn't really pay much attention as a kid. I mean, as a kid, when I was little, I was like, oh, my mom writes books. Okay, no big deal. Like, this is life. This is normal. And then when people started learning about
what I wrote,
about what she wrote, people were like, all of a sudden, extremely fascinated.
And she used to get some weird questions.
I used to get some really weird questions when I was a kid, and that's a whole other broadcast. So.
Well, and honestly, some of their moms used to come up to me and say rude things, and I would just be like, listen, I don't have the patience for this. Next time that you own your own business and you're supporting your family with it, let me know how that works out for you.
Don't worry, Mom. I'm old enough now to tell him to go shove it.
Yeah, well, you were then too, and I know you did sometimes, but...
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. The boys mostly.
Yeah. Wonderlust, yes. Wonderlust is fabulous. Everybody knows Wonder is an awesome human being, and...
He smells so good.
He smells so good.
You know he's in the building when you smell him.
Yes. And you know what? I went to a Wonderlust when they had one in Dallas, and it's been, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, probably. It was a great time. I need to probably reach out to him and go to San Antonio again someday because I enjoy his company and I enjoy his events.
I remember last year, your book Bonanza, he was like, let's go to Vegas.
Well, we were in Vegas and I was supposed to go again to Vegas, but it didn't work out. No. So, and that's just not enough, Trish. You're right. 3,000 attendees for 3 to 4 hours of signing there should have been at least 8 hours of signing.
6 to 8.
At least. If they had 2 days to play with, I don't know why they didn't do 4 to 5 hours each day, honestly. Let's see. Virtual signings, would be so cool. Yeah, so I am definitely going to, and if for the people who have not been to my virtual signings in the past, we set it all up through Zoom. You'll get to say whether you want to see me AM or PM. You'll be scheduled with 2 to 3 other people. You'll have about 20 minutes. I'll sign your books. We'll chit chat. We have a good time. It's also a great way for you to actually get some personal conversation with some of your fellow book beauties. And in some cases in the past, we've even said like, hey, is there anybody you want to be with in particular? And we try to, make groups that will be fun and get along. So yeah.
There was a question earlier about like, what would I write?
Okay.
But to try to do my best to answer your question, you know who you are. I would say now that I have 3 books under my belt, I would say I am kind of in my head enticing the idea of like, if I had to do it all over again, I've been like, I want to do something like so different. I don't know what that is, but it's definitely like maybe a little dangerous, maybe like Taylor Swift kind of dangerous. Like, are you ready for it? Like Reputation. That's in my head. So,
what, like darker, sexier, suspensier,
darker, sexier, sassier.
Okay, all right.
Darkness with a little sass.
Yeah.
All right, and so of course spice. So,
when is Branson? It is. Hang on, and I will tell you. I didn't know off the top of my head, but I do have it written down someplace. I just have to go find it right quick because Rachel gives me all the things. Let's see. It is May 8th through 10th 2025 in Branson. I don't remember exactly the hotel, but you can look it up, Maya. It's called Tropicon. There is a Tropicon in St. Augustine, Florida, so don't be confused. This is the Tropicon for 2025.
Branson.
In Branson. So, hi, Carla. Welcome in. Oh, somebody had already answered. Ron had already answered your question. So that's cool. Make a special trip. Yeah, that would be awesome. And let's see. Yeah, there's just a lot of things happening. You guys are correct. You got so much advice from Karen Aguilera of your first signing. Yeah, you kind of do need somebody to hold your hand. And every once in a while, I have gone to a signing. Not every once in a while, almost every signing, obvious. There's always one person who says this is their first signing and they're there by themselves and they don't know a single soul. So I'm always feeling like, I want to take these little baby birds under my wing and tell them it's going to be okay. And the good thing is you're in a room full of people who, you guys share something in common immediately. You love books, right? Mm-hmm. So anyway, I just was like,
you're in a safe place.
You should be. Absolutely.
You should be.
Right. Exactly. Rhonda, you hit it.
Like, wow.
He is very sexy.
Sometimes if any of you get to meet, for those who haven't met Wonder, if you ever get the chance to, sometimes you don't just say something right away and just smell.
Yeah, I know.
Just
you can always tell.
Good sniff.
Yes.
And you'll see what we're talking about. So.
Yes. And he's lovely besides. He is absolutely lovely.
I hope to God he's not watching this.
Let's see. Nancy. Hey, Nancy. Kitty Berry's Romanticon, unless you were spread out over multiple rooms, did not feel claustrophobic. Exactly. And that's a lot of it, is just needing like breathing room, walking room. Yeah. What?
Never heard of Wonder. Searching now.
Yes, you need to go find Wonder.
Yeah.
Let's see. Donna and Jenny run Wonderlust, and Wonder thinks it's about him. Well, it kind of is.
It has his name on it, so
that's right. Right. So
yes, Maya, like a dark, sassy romance, like something like the How To series, but much more dark and much more dramatic.
That's not to say that's not in your future. No, who knows?
But I think
nice seeing you too, Lainey.
I think realistically, I'm gonna stick with contemporary romance for a bit.
Well, and that's still contemporary romance. Yeah. But let's see. That you'll be me going to Romanticon by yourself. Husband is driving. I think you're going to find, and I haven't been, so Nikki Ann can say more, but I think we're going to find that Romanticon is a small enough event that it's not going to feel like a 3-ring circus. I have been to these cons that feel like a 3-ring circus. And if you don't know where to go and you don't know what to do and the directions aren't clear and the instructions are overwhelming, like I had one that I went to one time where they had launched this app that somebody homemade, and I'm telling you, the app never worked, and they never printed anything to tell people where to go. It was an absolute shit show.
Good night, Tabitha.
Good night, Tabitha. I know you get up early, dear.
Thank you, Maya. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, she said she would love to read it. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, Nikki Ann's saying no circus. Loads of fun, loads of space, loads of new friends. Absolutely.
I like circus, but controlled circus.
Yeah.
Like circus as mean like fun circus, but not circus as in I don't
it's a constant juggling, dramatic BSE.
I can't see the exit. No.
Yep. Good night, Maya. Thanks for dropping in, girl. How about steampunk? I don't think that's your bag.
No. Sorry.
There's some people who do it really well, but
good night, Maya.
Let's see. You only go to cons by yourself. Your friends aren't into it. You know what? And that's I have some friends who aren't readers at all, and they just kind of look at me and they're like, I don't really understand this thing you do, and I'm like, it's fine. I don't really understand the thing you do either, so it's all good.
I have a friend who's very strictly fan fiction, and she's all about the action adventure, not even a romance girl. So our conversations are a little awkward when talking about books.
Yeah, but Said friend found her wedding dress.
Yeah, she did. She
went wedding dress shopping.
I had the wonderful opportunity to go help her wedding dress shopping with her mother-in-law, and her sister. And it was such a cool experience.
I have pictures. It was really cool. She kept texting me all day long going, what do you think of this? What do you think of that?
Little did my best friend know that she had more than just her entourage.
Yeah. I was putting in my 2 cents too.
So was
so was Jenna.
So was Jenna.
Actually. I was on the phone with Jenna when she very first started texting me pictures. And she's like, now I'm invested. Every time you get a picture, you have to text me so I can tell you what I think.
Some we were like, no.
And
you can always tell when you're wedding dress shopping, you can always tell when it's a big fat no, when a dress is a big fat no.
Yeah.
Because everyone just stays silent. That was one of those moments with a dress, and we were like, okay, moving on.
Yeah. And now we've seen that.
And when she found the dress, she started crying. I'm like, this is it. This is it.
And her mom liked it too, right?
She was originally going to choose like a white dress. And this girl is warm complected. And I'm like, I'm going to see if I can get her to like A-line and ivory and see what happens.
That would be her thing.
So it was like mission accomplished.
Yeah. Sharon is saying, I've been to Romanticon 3 times. It's a beautiful, warm, friendly event. Yay. Yes. Thank you. I'm sure Kitty is excited. And and Nikki Ann's saying, if anybody has a problem at Romanticon, come find me and I will fix it. So that's fantastic. Somebody said something to you. Here we go. Yes.
After reading your first review. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That is very sweet.
I am going to admit, and I think a lot of authors will agree. Sometimes when you're first starting out, you're like trying to get a feel of what your writing style is, and so you're flying by the seat of your pants. Like, this sounds good. No, this is horrible. No, this shit. Like, no, we're gonna move on. So thank you,
Eve.
No,
no,
not yet.
We're still lacking the important part.
Yeah. Here, hold on. Here, I just married myself, even though it doesn't fit. It's fine.
It's from Floyd.
It's from Floyd.
Floyd thinks he wants to marry you anyway.
Oh well, I think he just wants date night, and that's about it.
Yeah. Oh, your daughter's boyfriend is proposing next month. That's fantastic.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, I'm so excited for them.
Take pics.
That's right. Let's see. I thought
well, pretty soon I'm pretty sure she and I and all the other bridesmaids, I'm a bridesmaid, so that's fun.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna at some point take us out to go find bridesmaids dresses.
No, I thought you guys were just gonna order whatever in the color you were.
She hasn't really talked about it. She's getting through one thing at a time.
I know. Romanticon is in Connecticut, Stacia. It is in Connecticut at the end of July. Nikki Ann could tell you all the details in Trumbull, Connecticut. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a super fun event, I believe. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Something like 80% of brides get the first dress they try on. Girl, that was not me.
And this was certainly not my friend.
Oh no. She must have tried on.
She tried on, like, she described it very beautifully. She had said the first couple of dresses were dresses that my younger self would have loved.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, and as we went to other stores, she was saying it was like the more we tried on, the closer it was I was getting to the mature me.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. At one point we thought we found the dress and it was one of those really beautiful dresses, but her face was just telling me, no, everyone likes this. Why can't I like this?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
There was one dress she tried on that I thought looked beautiful on her, and she didn't like it. And I was like, that is the most beautiful. The color was awesome. The cut was fantastic. Yeah. It was flattering, like everything about it. And she didn't like it.
She described it. She was like, nothing was wrong with this. She just described it as it just wasn't her personality.
Yeah, I know. It was more lace than she probably wanted.
She's one of those loud girls who doesn't care what people think, and she wants to like be heard, and this dress was more on the traditional side.
Yeah, she also is the kind of girl who will wear something because she loves it and it expresses her personality and she doesn't really care how it looks on her. She's just like, whether the color's wrong, the cut's wrong, like if she likes it, that's all she cares about. So I was like, knowing this was going to be interesting, trying to find a dress.
It took a lot of nudging.
Yeah.
For her to be like, okay, sweetie, this is great.
And she still picked a more traditional dress than I honestly thought she was going to.
Slightly more, but I'm glad she chose ivory.
Yeah.
I'm really happy at it.
I am too.
It flatters.
This is hysterical. Look at what Jean says. Fiona the cat.
You know, the Kira's cats that I mentioned in the first book, I was originally going to name them Floyd and Fiona, you know, just for shits and giggles. But then my mother told me to, like, she said, variety, child, variety. So I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah. Let's see, Amy said, I planned 2 weddings. Me and my first husband, Jamie, had 2. Me and Glenn had a small one, so I don't class planning that much. Yeah, it's perfect for you. And that's the important thing.
Yes.
You preferred the small. Listen, I wanted a small destination wedding when William and I got married, and my 4 grandmothers said, absolutely not. And I had the big circusy extravaganza that my mother and my grandmothers wanted. I'm trying to say to her, destination wedding. Get married on the beach, bare feet. You'll appreciate it.
As I've gotten older, I've just come to realize I really am enticed by the idea of a church.
See, sometimes you just can't win.
Well, also, my boyfriend's parents would appreciate that.
No, I know that's true. Doesn't she know your dress is more important? Yeah. No, she doesn't actually.
Well, one of the nice things about her
Congrats,
and I,
Kelly, I'm so excited. You'll have to, as you get things going, you have to share with us. We want to know all the things. There's nothing I love more than a wedding.
We'll have planned for you. It's fine. Just let us take the wheel. It's all good.
Oh no. Yeah. We're comfortable flats. I did not, and I regretted it. I regretted it a lot. Yeah. 20 years and you're still waiting for your honeymoon. Oh no.
You know what? With the shoes and everything, one thing I've always struggled with flat shoes is sometimes they're not really meant for wide feet. And so I end up getting blisters and it's terrible. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be walking down the aisle in flip-flops.
You might be.
No one will ever know. It's fine.
Well, they'll make noise.
And
okay, so what else are you working on? Because we've kept these people for a while. So what else are you working on?
Living for the most part. But Play the Player is definitely what I have been working on.
Shannon, no, she is not.
no, sorry, Shannon.
Yeah, Stacia has an idea. White Converse.
Okay, no, that's a good point. You know what? Maybe I could get white Keds.
There you go.
I loved Keds in high school. So.
Yes, there you go.
But I am coming to a point in my career where I feel like I want to branch out. And I want to try different things. And now that I've had experience, I feel much more confident and in branching out to different ideas. Like,
we have something plotted that we have not shared with anybody, and I don't know when we're gonna have time for it, but it is on the dark white shoes. Like it's
definitely a vastly
drama.
And we keep coming back to it every now and then, and I think
we're still talking. We're trying to find time. It's always about time.
But I can assure you, once we find the time,
it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yep. So she's also, like I said, she's got plans for how to play the player. She is definitely working on some other ideas for the future and enjoying life. Enjoying life.
Should I say who Play the Player will be about?
Sure.
It's been a long time coming. I know I said that with Jake and Mia, but someone has been on the sidelines, and maybe you not really had noticed him before, but he most certainly was there. And as the books have gone on, I have given him a little bit more time, like book time. And now I'm happy to say Nathan will be next.
So if you have been reading the how-to series, Nathan is next. If you have not, you should probably go get started because they're fun reads, you guys.
I'm not having conversations with Nathan, and I'm like, I'm coming for you, bro. And he's like, the fuck you are? I'm like, no.
That's funny. Do I still have my wedding dress? I do. I never had it heirloomed, and I should have. It is still sitting in a closet in the coat closet.
And I'm pretty sure Fifi has plopped on him.
Probably.
Twice, so.
It's, it was... I'll be honest, was not the dress that I actually wanted. So I probably didn't treat it with as much care as I should have. The dress I wanted was and this was just not done when I got married. It was a super pale, blushy pink. And my mom was not having it at all. It was like, to me, it was one of the most beautiful dresses I'd ever seen. And she's like, yes, it's a beautiful dress. It's not a wedding dress. And I'm like, the hell it's not. It's in a bridal shop. Like, it is billed as a wedding dress. And she's like, it's pink. It's not a wedding dress. And I was like, okay.
I'm not going to lie. When I get to that point in my life, I'm going to take one look at the whole bridal store and I'm going to be like, Mommy, what do I do?
And Mommy will be there to hold your hand.
Because I'm not going to lie. I did look while I was with my friend and she had just picked out her dress. I looked around and then was like, I don't know what I want now. Like, oh yeah. Yes, absolutely, Eve. He is definitely on the, for lack of a better phrase, chopping block. He's like
the bachelor auction pad.
Yeah, he's like, no. I'm like, dude, I've given you like $3. It's time.
You need some smart female to snap you up.
He's like, I don't want to talk about it.
No, absolutely. She is not allowed to do that. No. There are other reasons. Mama says no, but there are other reasons that will not happen.
Other very serious reasons why I never will.
Yeah, it would be hurtful to some other people. So we'll leave it there.
Some people would not be very happy.
Yeah.
And I have no intention on burning any bridges.
Plus, my mother has waited for this. Like, she would lose her damn mind.
Has my whole extended side of the family. So.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. No.
So let's see. I've heard a lot of people donate their wedding dresses. Yeah, mine is now yellow, and I think part of the reason I didn't try harder was somebody stepped on. I had a giant train, and somebody stepped on it, and there's a big grease stain on it, and there was nothing to be done about that. So. It sucked. What's my favorite bridesmaid dress I wore from Ruggles Brother Wedding? Nice. Yeah, yeah, we know.
Oh, he knows. We have a whole plan. We do.
Oh, you do?
We do.
Oh. I'm going to hear about this plan later.
I just need him to initiate said plan.
Well, that's true. Let's see.
That's a whole thing.
Renee wants to know.
Yes, it's
April 7th?
Like April 7th, 2025. If anyone wants to correct me, go for it.
I think it's April 7th.
Yeah.
She's giving herself plenty of time, knowing now that she has a new job and that we have a lot of things coming up this year, with my sister-in-law moving and some other family things. So
this summer is going to be very interesting.
Very. Yep. You ended up trashing your wedding dress, Dana.
Dude, was it that bad?
That's funny.
Like, are we talking like puffy sleeves bad? Like,
mine was
cupcake
super
bad?
Mine was like a cupcake.
Oh,
yes.
No. One thing, I had to go back to my best friend, but one thing her fiance had told her not to get was something that made her look like a cupcake.
Oh, funny.
He was very specific about
I can picture that. I can picture him saying that.
The last thing I need is for you to come down the aisle in this cupcake of a dress. And she's like, no, I don't want it. And he's like,
yeah,
good.
She should have known that was not her speed.
No.
Anyway, so a couple of quick announcements before we get on with ourselves because we've kept you guys for too long. So we will not be here next Wednesday. We are prepping to leave for Bray next week. So we will be skedaddling out of here early Thursday morning and frantically packing next Wednesday. So we will not be here next Wednesday. We will catch up with you the Wednesday after so you can hear all about Bray and what happened and anything else that's been going on. And let's see. There was something else I was supposed to tell you and I did not make notes, so I'm losing my mind. If I think of it, I'll drop it in the beauties, you guys. Thank you so much for understanding that we just didn't have a choice but to cut the beauties off in terms of the live broadcasts anymore. So look for us on YouTube in the future. Like I said, if you want the reminder, subscribe and ring the bell, and it will tell you when we go live so that you won't miss any more. And Bray is not this coming weekend, Jean, it is the weekend after. So if I'm going to see you at Bray, let me know that you're a beauty and we will have happy hugs and photos. And if I'm not going to see you until later in the year, then I look forward to seeing you then. And if I'm not seeing you this year at all, at least we have each other now. And thank you to baby. Even though I know you're tired, I can tell you're tired. What? It's been a long week. I know.
What y'all talking about.
So you guys have an amazing rest of your week. I hope you have a great weekend. And I hope next week is amazing. And thank you for having so much love for my baby. And we will see you all, I think it's May 7th or 8th, whatever. Like, I don't even know.
Whatever the day is.
Whatever the day is. It is May 8th. We will see you May 8th. Thank you guys very much and have a good one.
Bye, y'all. Good night.